Okay, and I think we're live. Round 4 of a Captain America pinup. Let's see how it goes. I got a new headset with a mic. Hopefully it's working. We'll see if we get proper audio when some people kick in. If anyone's in the comments, let me know if you can hear me. I'm not sure if the audio is working or not. Hey, awesome. Hey, Stephanie. Kevin, thanks for popping in. Afternoon. Can you hear music as well? Awesome. Hey, what's going on, Pat? Ken? Good afternoon. Thinking everyone's home getting ready for the big game. Oh, no music. Okay, I gotta figure that out. There's a lot of blinks. Well, glad to hear someone's going to be watching the game because I'm not. Never got into football. Pat's got $50 in a block pool. That's the only reason I'm watching, and of course the beer and the food. I figure I'm old enough that if I want to eat, unhealthy food and drink beer, I don't need a global sports event to do it. No sports ball for the fornies either. All right. Turn on the old Netflix and see what alternatives are available. That's right, Ken. I just go to the freezer, grab a hot pocket. Oh, Pat says he still needs an excuse of special occasion to rationalize it. Yeah, well, you're an athlete, so you can't just binge chicken wings and beer whenever you want or whenever you get the whim. I get it. Hey, what's up, Sean? Drawing comics and watching the Disney Plus and Netflix. That's right. Nothing wrong with that. I think I'll watch that. What's his name? David Mackey. He's got a sci-fi movie on Netflix. Still haven't watched. Came out a couple of weeks ago. I think I'll check that out tonight. Robots and whatnot. Oh, you're gonna make some shake and bake. Living large, huh? Shake and bake's great. How's my avoidance of WandaVision going? Kevin asks. Well, I caught up on Friday. I couldn't. I couldn't do it. It's just everywhere. So I said, okay, I'll watch it. So I'm all up to date, and I'm glad I did because I inadvertently watched the teaser for episode 6. So, YouTube just autoplay stuff for you, and they give everything away in that. So if you haven't watched episodes 1 through 5, don't watch the teaser. Yeah, WandaVision was really good. Totally, totally did not see that coming this early in the game. Not to give away any spoilers, but yeah, if that's kind of their mid-season, what the what the F moment, I don't even want to know how they're gonna or what they're gonna do at the end. I think it's just getting better and better. Yeah, it definitely makes you wonder what else is coming, Sean. What else is coming? What does it all mean? What does it mean for the MCU? What does it mean for Doctor Strange, Falcon, Peter Fonda coming back as Mephisto? Yeah, who knows? Just the world of possibilities. Hey, Tommy. Yeah, buddy. Had a pretty good weekend. Real nice and relaxed. Got to shovel half a foot of snow yesterday. By shovel, I mean snow blow it. Um, got a little bit more snow this morning, but it looks like it's all melting. Hopefully. Hope your weekend's going well. Cool. Well, thanks a lot, Pat. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Your time slots up. So sorry I won't be able to watch it today. Um, but yeah, we'll see how long I go. Maybe I'll pop in after. Looks like I'm on for. Um, looks like I'm on for the day stream on the 15th, Pat. If you're still there, so definitely going to be craving. I'll reach out to you before to let you know. Yeah, for sure. Let me know when. Yeah, hit me up on Insta or whatever. We'll chat. Tommy, thanks, buddy. Yeah, it's not a headshot. It's a 5x7 Captain America commission, as you can tell. Not Squirrel Girl. And I'm hoping this. Well, most likely this is going to be a portfolio piece, so it is getting a little extra love. And there's no tight deadline, so I can really work on it. Right. Awesome, Pat. Catch you later, buddy. So the plan is that on Monday the 15th, I hope that's the right date. Yeah, which is President's Day in the States and Family Day in Canada. Um, I'm, if nothing else comes up, I'm hoping to be doing kind of like a full day stream, 9:30 to 5, something like that, um, and work on 5x7 or 8x10. I haven't decided exactly what's. That's probably 5x7, just to give me a slightly smaller canvas. Um, and just do a painting the whole day. I got to do the sketch in advance because I find it very hard to sketch detail on camera. Just because I like to work very close to the paper, so all you're going to be seeing is my head. But yeah, get the prelim sketch down on paper and then paint it or kind of refine it on live stream, and hopefully a 7-8 hour stream will be enough time to complete it. It is most likely going to be Craven, but yeah, and I'll send out, once I can confirm it mid next week, I'll send out some notifications, schedule the event, so on. Also reach out to some fellow artists and streamers, see if any of them want to pop in during the day. We'll see. Yeah, Craven the Hunter. Yeah, Craven inspired by Pat's cosplay. Because I could always change my mind and do Venom for a change. Ah, that was a mistake. Oh, really, Kevin? Craven and Taskmaster are favorites? I didn't know that. I don't know why I thought Zemo was your jam. See, I never got too into the spider world, so I'm not too familiar with Craven's storyline, but he is a cool looking character. Craven's Last Hunt storyline is great. Um, yeah, I think I need to sign up for Marvel Unlimited or whatever it's called, the online thing, to access the archive of stories. Like I mentioned before, I don't really collect anything anymore, and I got into comic books a while ago, but I'm kind of itching. Oh, and not Zemo. Batrock is who I thought was um, your jam, your villain jam. In his mighty purple suit. He had a nice stint in what was it? Was it Winter Soldier? No, not Winter Soldier. It was Winter Soldier, the Captain America one, with Robert Redford. Yeah, that was Winter Soldier. I thought, what's his name? Saint Pierre, George Saint Pierre. Is that his name? Canadian guy. Yeah, George Saint Pierre. Yeah, thought he was a good casting choice for Batrock. Definitely has the chops for the character. It was an impressive fight scene between Chris Evans and him. I mean, obviously heavily choreographed, but that was a nice sequence. Let me move this over a little bit. There we go. Now that I taped my paper plate to the table. Yeah, the costume design was a little less, uh, not very comic book accurate. There was a touch of purple, but I think in um, the lighting conditions on the boat, it's okay. Yeah, not comic book accurate, but realistic. I'm just glad they didn't give him the mustache. That would have been comical. He's one of those characters like Claw in Black Panther, where he doesn't really need the you know accurate representation of his costume from the comics. As long as you have an actor that can personify the character well. Yeah, and like Andy Serkis as Claw, that guy can play anyone. So let's see if this works. Let that dry for a minute before I take off the tape. See if it gave me a smooth edge. Just adding a very light yellow glaze over the edge here, of the edge of the white area, so kind of soften the transition. And nicer edges, but I do want some ambient light hitting into the rest of the tunnel. Just not in the shadow areas. That's why I taped off there, but I might have done that for no reason. I'll also find out soon enough how well I masked off the shield. I did finally order some frisket film for masking, because this messing around with masking tape is not ideal. I'm not sure how well it's going to prevent the edge bleeding, and also because it's not fully transparent, I'm not sure how well the good of a job I did cutting close to the edge. So we'll see. I'm kind of lucking out here because I'm going to need to do a rim light around all the edges anyway. So if it's not perfect, I'll be able to, well, I won't be able to see it because it's going to get outlined anyways. But it was an interesting experiment nonetheless. And I'm purposely using a pure yellow, like it's not a mixed shade, it's just cadmium yellow here. Um, and that way, if I need to touch it up, um, I'm not going to have an issue getting the same hue because it's just out of the tube. So I'll probably need to add some yellow highlights to cap. So it's great because I'll just be able to use this right out of the tube. Oh, I see Pat has his big game pre-show over on Twitch, playing some more UFC 4. So if you're into that stuff, make sure you check out Marvel Stunts over on the Twitch. Preferably after you're done watching my stream. But I know this isn't the most riveting content right now. That's a 140. I'll be on for a while doing this, so. So behind the scenes, I've been working on sketches for more of a fantasy set. Thanks, Kevin. Glad that you're totally invested in this. Yes, I've been working on some sketch cards for more of a fantasy set. It's not a superhero thing. Can't say what it is because it hasn't been announced. But it's given me an opportunity to try some different techniques, more organic painting because it's not character driven, it's more atmosphere driven. This is actually a nice break from drawing men in tights. And then there's another set, non superhero set, that I should be working on soon, just waiting for the cards to come in, which is a nice break from superheroes as well. And two other superhero sets, which should be coming soon as well. So I think it'll be a nice balance. Oh, and Kevin, I totally appreciate you taking the time to watch all these streams, but they are all being saved on YouTube. So, if you ever miss one, just go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Dre Studios, and then all the streams are there. You can always relive the excitement. Or not just for you, anyone that's watching, if you want to check some of the older streams. If you don't get enough of a dose from my live streams, you can always go over to YouTube and catch a rewind. Let's get some more coffee in me. That's good coffee. Kevin, did I do edges? Yes, I did. I did post a couple of them on Friday. I think I did 40 something cards. That set was right in between masterpieces and anime, if I remember correctly. And I was a little bummed out that I wasn't on another set. So I did mainly mutants. Or no, I didn't. I can't remember now. Did a variety of characters again, the variety of styles, some more cartoony things. Just in the tune of anime. did some fringe X-Men like Dupe and Leech, and can't remember her name now. It's just a giant brain, which is probably my favorite card from that set. Probably not the greatest collectible piece, but I really had a fun doing that one. A couple of Ghost Riders. Don't know if I did a cap on that one. For some reason, he's not in my usual repertoire. I'll fix that on the next sets I'm working on. He's a fun character to draw. I think it's because he's not too exciting in a portrait type layout, and with the tight deadline on some of these sets, it's hard to. It might take too long to do a detailed piece. So I do more characters that are simpler to do in kind of portraits and so on. I mean, Cap, you gotta have him in action. Or have him looking Chris Evansy, but you can't do that for licensed products. All right, let's see House. Ghost Rider's second favorite character overall. Okay, well, there's some Ghost Riders in there. I love doing skulls, so I always end up. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice smooth edge. I always do at least one Ghost Rider in every set. I really like the one I did for anime, but I don't think that it resonated too well with the collectors. Yeah, okay, so that worked. So you got a nice clean edge there. But in retrospect, I don't need to do that because I need ambient light everywhere. So that was a fun. That was fun. But yeah, now that age has been announced, I got to figure out my timeline. I'll probably got to check the waiting list. I think I have some ages APs that are available. I just got to double check the waiting list because I can't remember now. I don't put on sets that aren't announced on. Yeah, so the way I do the waiting list is I'll say, hey, I have X amount of cards available from these sets, blah 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 blah. But I don't pre-sell anything until the sets is announced, or tell people what are available till the set's announced. But some people, they just say, I want an AP, let me know when you have something blank. So that's how the waiting list works, or something available. So I just got to double check the list. Pretty sure I got you covered for on ages. I just got to confirm when I get home. It's a weird set because at first I really didn't like that yellow frame at the bottom, but it grew on me fast. The same thing with anime. Didn't really like the design with the black box at the bottom at first, but then I was like, okay, you know what? This could be really fun. Can we do some nice graphic design layouts there? Yeah. There's another set I worked on um, that has a really weird layout for the sketch cards that I was really not a fan of. Um, Made it work, I think, but too much branding, not enough real estate to get creative. So the actual workspace is like 2.25 by 2.5 inches. Oh, hang on, let me try something. Yeah, I'm gonna have to test something. I think I know how I can get the music playing as well. I gotta test that. Don't want to risk killing the stream right now. Does look like a fun set though. Just a ton of cards and lots of stuff to chase. Not everyone's cup of tea. Oh, that's too bright. That is way too bright. They announced something else this week, didn't they? We're seeing something, but not sure if it was an official release or just somebody getting overzealous with their announcements. Yeah, I think Kevin. I think that whoever's in ages, like who's up for it, is like all in. It's one of those sets that you either love it or hate it. I don't know if there's going to be too many people that are going to sample. Black Diamond. Yes, that's the other one. That's an interesting set too. Curious to see what that's going to be. It's kind of like a MCU Premiere hybrid, if I'm understanding it correctly. Why am I not getting any paint here? Yeah, that's the. I mean, that seems to be the general opinion. If you're not an MCU guy, you're just passing on it. Seen a lot of comments like that. But the MCU series haven't had a premium set, so I can understand the business case for it. There's a lot of people that just go in for MCU, especially internationally. So I'm gonna give my premium set. Yeah, what's Aegis being priced at? Like $8 a pack type thing? Like, I remember seeing something like 130 for a box. Yeah, 110 a box. That sounds right. I think I saw 130 or 135 Canadian. Which I gotta double check because I think at some of these cases it's cheaper to get them in Canada to do the conversion. But then you got to deal with international shipping, so maybe not. So my unofficial prediction is Age is going to drop on the 17th, and next week MM20 is going to hit EPAC. That's what I think is going to happen. Or sorry, the following week, and people are going to lose their minds. Unless they drop something else. It almost looks like what they're going for is a bi weekly release. Um, so every 2 weeks, having something new and one physical, one EPAC. One physical, one EPAC. Of course, COVID might have messed that up a little bit, but yeah, I don't think that they're going to have any problem selling MMs. But it's going to be really interesting to see what the physical to EPAC allocation was because there's a lot of speculation that only like 20 or 30% of the set was actually released physically because there's a lot of cards missing. I know a lot of sketches haven't popped out, a lot of artists. Um, Even myself, I've only seen maybe 2 dozen of my sketches, considering I've done 100. Actually, probably over 100. Unless there's black hole guys in Asia that are just hoarding. I think the guys with deep pockets that go in heavy on MM and masterpieces aren't going to have a issue going ham on ages either. I think it's more for the uh, I won't say average collector, but the guys that don't have 12 grand in disposable income to dump on on cases. We're in time, 1 hour. Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of cards that just haven't popped up yet. So they got to be in either sitting on the shelf somewhere, maybe on some of the international sources, but or they're just an e-pack. Did Freddie Ian have any sketches pop up? I'd be surprised if he didn't do anything for MM. Yeah, that's a smart move, Kev. I mean, if you're chasing a very specific card, there's really no point in going in heavy on the boxes. Just wait till e-pack and pick them up on ComC. Hopefully the craziness calms down a little bit. A lot of people are going to be chasing redemptions, so they're going to be moving things. Yeah, I'd be very surprised if Fredian wasn't on MM20 and all his stuff's probably on e-pack. I don't remember the artist checklist now, but I think I saw his name. And even if someone's hoarding them, you think they'd show them off because I bet you those are gorgeous. Even his anime stuff is just. You can see he tried to get that Japanese influence in the aesthetic of the art, and it's just beautiful. So I keep on going off screen. Okay, I think I need to stretch my legs for a couple of minutes, let this dry, and pull the tape off cap and see what we got. Let's make it a highlight in this pipe here. Any other details I can. Thanks, Kevin. It's not done on the background side. I still need to bring up some of the darks, but I think in terms of washes and general contrast, it's that part of it is done. See, like these highlights that I'm doing, I need to do their dark counterparts. Just get some of the edges more refined, but I don't need to have cap masked in order to do that. And I ordered, I can't remember what it's called now. There's this tool uh, specifically for edging with ink or paint. Gives you a nice solid edge. So that should be in here in a couple of days. So that's going to be the ad at the very end where I'm going to do the highlights. I'm not sure if you can see in the video the highlights of the floor panels and the corners and kind of the edge highlighting everywhere. Give me a nice crisp edge. Uh, I had one of those. Oh, what are they called? Tell you in a second. I had one of them and I don't know where it went. Let's see. It's called a ruling pen. So that should be in a day or two with my masking fluid. So I'm gonna go stretch my legs for a couple of minutes. Let this dry. Watching paint dry. And yeah, then I'll take off the tape off of cap and the shield. We'll see. We'll see what the damage is, and I'm gonna start working on cap. It's only 2:10, so I got like another hour, easy hour and a half, no problem. So yeah, I'm just gonna mute myself, and I'll be back in 10. See who's still around. Okay, and I'm back. It's dry enough. It's it's pretty smooth. Okay, so far so good. I think we have some bleed there, but it's red on red, so that's okay. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. So there's some bleed there, but I can fix that. See if there's any more edging. Oh, not bad. No, no, there's some loose bits there. Could be worse. Could definitely be worse. All right. Yep, so we'll start laying down blues, the base blue, anyways. So that's glazing medium. Will help me get an even um, even coat. Not gonna worry about the A in the helmet because on this head, because I'm not go over that in grace. Same thing with the star in his chest. That's gonna get more detail. So instead of trying to get a clean edge, try to get an even coat. What's the hardest part for me to draw and paint? Hair. Still struggling with hair. Um, Hands and feet are just hard. Period. Faces, I think I have a good handle on. Um, yeah, I'll ask Liefeld to teach me feet. It's it's a good idea. Let me message him right now. You notice that there is no feet in this composition. Let's do the star on the inner circle on the shield. This I should be using a smaller brush. Oh, nice. That plexi cap, or actually all this plexi stuff, is gorgeous. I think he was saying he's going to try to do some bigger ones now. Hi, She Spins. Thanks for thanks for joining in. This is part four of this piece. Just slowly building up colors. Yeah, Kevin. This is why I mean I keep on saying that the collector community, it's the card collector community. It's a small community, right? The on the comic book stuff, but having the Facebook groups. I mean, there's a lot of Facebook groups, but having the nicely knit community groups, uh, really does help. Get artists in touch with collectors and fans and stuff like that, and it's great. That's where social media is actually a good thing. It helps connect people. There's a lot of bad aspects of social media, which I'm not going to get into, but now that I'm laying down the blues, I realized that I didn't go dark enough with the underpainting on the costume part. So I'm going to need to go over that and bring the darks back up. It's okay. It'll just look better, anyways. The more layers, the better it looks. So I don't mind. Yeah, it's getting there, Kevin. Like, say it's maybe 70% done. Um, I think I mentioned to you in chat. Uh, if the underpainting is solid, then it's just going to come together really quickly. And no, it's going to take a little longer than I thought, but I'm perfectly okay with the way it's looking. Okay. Right. I'm glad you think so because I think I mentioned last time. I mean, some people see the ugly phase and they're like, "What are you doing? Burn it!" And when I first started getting into painting with acrylics, which is what this is, the first couple of pieces, I just stopped in that ugly face saying, like, this just looks ridiculous. Um, kind of get scared of it. I just got to believe in the process. Funny, that kind of sounds like therapist speak. Got to believe in the process. Hello, Bluetooth eyes. That's just to block in the color. Once I do the eye detail, it will make sense. I think I'm gonna throw in a purple in the shadows. That would be smart. So all these dark areas that were originally really black is gonna actually be very dark purple. It'll blend in nicely with the blue, and what that's gonna do is bring in the red from the background and create a nice cool shadow. Like cool as in temperature, not cool as in surfer dude cool. It's cool, guy. And I'll do the same on the shield. All right, so let's see what else. The grays. Let's do the white part of the costume. So I just need some black. I think I still have white here. Said all the edges are going to be key rimlet, which means there's going to be almost pure white stroke around them. So I don't necessarily need to worry about them right now. How much snow did we get up here? Maybe like 4 or 5 inches. It snowed last night, but it kind of mostly melted. It's not that bad. It's actually been a very mild winter, all things considering. Really cold, but not a lot of snow. Last year I had over a foot. I'll send you a picture after. Like it took me half an hour to blow the snow yesterday. Because I say that now, it's probably going to snow like a foot overnight. Then I'll just blame it on you, Kevin. Hey, Dr. Freezeburn, Aeronator. What's going on, guys? Oh, not much, buddy. Just pushing some paint around, living the dream. What are you up to this fine Sunday? Hey, Pat, welcome back. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Gonna bring. Did you come to a decision as what the name of your followers is? Is it the Patmen, the Craven crew? Dr. Freesburn, thanks so much. It's been a fun piece to do. Getting close to the finish line. Won't be today, but soon. Maybe one more stream. Marvel Stunts has not named his follower army. All right. I know the kingdom would be too easy. If the stuntman was more unisex, you'd be down. And I think like Pat said the other day, it's something that has to happen organically. Like, pretty sure that the Cumber bitches were not Cumberbatch's choice. So multicasting through StreamYard. So hopefully that translates well to Twitch. I'm not losing comments or anything like that. The Pat chat. Pat chat could work, yeah. Stunt chat. That's not bad. The hand. That might be an inside joke. Not sure I understand the hand reference. Oh, Marvel groups with catchy names. Yeah, the hand. The uh, oh, I think you got to play into the whole mutant thing. You like the Brotherhood. But Brotherhood's not unisex either. Need something more nondescript. It's like the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Mutant and Proud. Oh, Pat, that'd be a good notifications thing if you do more. And one day you say Mutant and Proud. In your Deadpool voice. Oh, the Danger Room. I like that. Welcome to the Danger Room. Yeah, you can make that stick. Yeah, I'm totally on board with the Danger Room. Yeah, because my opinion is so important. But I totally endorse that message. Oh, that's not a bad name for the gym, home gym either. Years ago, I was working at a agency, and we're setting up redundant um, database servers, like a new set. And being a marketing guy, I was talking to the IT guys, like, you gotta stop naming servers like, SQL one, SQL two, or FW one, FW two. You got to give them names that people can recognize. It'll be easier to remember. So I said, okay, you'd call the databases Batman and Robin. And he said, what's that mean? I said, okay, never mind. Talents are being wasted here. My opinion counts. Good. If my opinion counts, I second the Danger Room. Welcome to the Danger Room. There you go. Join the Brotherhood and step into the Danger Room. Well, glad we can make it work. Okay, I need. Let's take the number 4. Oh, not using the Brotherhood. Yeah, the Brotherhood may have some negative connotations. Try to get some emotes going. So Taffy uses. Cool. Enjoy your lunch, Pat. Thanks for dropping by. Catch you later. So I'm just washing. I'm not washing. Doing another wash of red over the red areas of the costume, just to start really getting the saturation in the midtones. I will go over the darks with a darker wash. So I just want to mix some purple in to give all the shadows a nice cool, um, not warmth, like a coolness. To create a nice contrast between the red of the background and the shadows in the foreground. Um, and that's going to create a little bit more contrast. And then when I hit it with the white and the yellows for the highlights, it's really going to pop. Um, so yeah, it does kind of look like Iron Man chest. It's supposed to be like a tunnel type thing. Like imagine there's a missile silo in the background, a missile's going off, or he just blew up a Hydra rocket and he's jumping out of the panel or jumping out of the tunnel. So that's why it looks like a tunnel. But yeah, I see the Iron Man chest piece. So just say it's a yeah, let's just say it's a nice little Civil War avant-garde abstract concept. I like that. Honestly, I just wanted an interesting background. I didn't want to do the explosion, but I didn't want to have it just kind of flat. So I did the tunnels, uh, give it a little bit more story. Thank you. It was a fun pose. It's all about the pop factor. I'm gonna try to actually make this into a sticker, and if I do, oh no, that's not gonna work. Never mind. Scratch that idea. What do we got? 310. All right, so I've got plenty of time. I'm gonna add some more contrast to the background, create more depth. Gotta make them pop, poppity pop, pop. Really liking digging this brush, this Artifi number 4 round. It's really got a nice, I don't know what it's called. The bristles. I don't know what they're made of. Hey, Brandon, thanks for popping in. Yeah, it's coming together, huh? Glad that I don't have to burn it. What are you up to this fine weekend, sir? Oh yeah, Sunday errands. That's the stuff dreams are made of. Try to do all my errands Saturday morning. Less crazy people in the stores at 8 a.m. on a Saturday. Brad, and I take it the package is saying he's not there yet. Oh no, that'd be too soon. Never mind. It's only been a couple of days. Hope it gets there before you go. Hey, yeah, I'm triple streaming. It's on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. So yeah, um, I'm like seriously double fisting it like a boss. Somebody from Facebook say something so I can post a comment. Or actually, hang on, let me find a Facebook comment. There. Oh, so you considered multicasting. So what do you mean you're not sure how YouTube is with music in terms of royalties? Yeah, baby, maximum exposure and maximum effort. Hey, I don't really know how Twitch works. I signed up for it just to keep my name, and then because I can multicast Twitch as well, I'm doing it. I haven't really been active there until recently, and that's because of Pat. Um, so I got to look into that a little bit more. Oh, copyright strikes. So yeah, I don't know how that works either. But what I've been doing up till I guess this stream because I finally got a headset with a mic in it. I was just using the camera mic and playing a YouTube royalty free playlist in the background, which by definition is not meant to give you copyright strikes. Um, but then I'm not monetizing anything, so I'm not sure how that works. But Twitch has some music libraries you can tap into in the background for vlogs and whatever. Imagine that that stuff's cleared for everything. Like I said, I'm not worried about monetization because you know I need a crap load of videos and views to monetize where I could just like the revenue there is going to be so insignificant that I'd rather just put up some good content, entertaining content, and hopefully get some commissions out of it. What I should do, though, is get some of my corporate clients to like and comment on my Facebook posts to amplify the reach there. Oh yeah, the DMCA stuff is like endless. But that's everywhere though. It's Facebook, it's YouTube, it's Twitch, it's any streaming platform. I remember I was doing a Facebook stream once and I don't know, like the TV was on in the other room and I guess CSI was on and the theme song kicked in and like just as I was streaming I actually got a email about, you know, audio has been removed on your video because of third party content. It's like what? I don't know, it's all cluster. Like, artists should get paid for the content. I totally get it. And you shouldn't use people's music without having the rights for it and all that. 100%. But to your point, Dr. Friesburn, intellectual property is a very broad term these days. Like I can go on YouTube and watch 7 seasons of Family Guy because somebody uploaded it mirrored, but I can't have the TV on in the background when I stream. You know what I mean? Might be a little too bright up here. Let's tone that down. So, on a totally unrelated note, I was Googling Margot Robbie earlier today. I can't remember why. That does anybody really need a reason to Google Margot Robbie? I don't think so. But yeah, it turns out that she is still working on the Tank Girl reboot. Like that still seems to be happening at some point. So that's kind of exciting. Hopefully, it's not as good as Harley Quinn and the Birds of Prey. They go in a more well thought out direction. But kind of excited for that. I really enjoyed the comic book back in the day, and the original movie with can't remember her name and Ice T was highly enjoyable. You've never heard of Tank Girl or Margot Robbie? I'm assuming Tank Girl. It's a weird concept to try to explain, but it's kind of like a post-apocalyptic. Um, oh, okay, there you go. The original movies from the early '90s was great. Um, totally underrated for its time. Pretty sure it's got a cult following because, like I said, it is good. Um, a little strange, but the world needs a little strange these days. Oh, what was I watching the other day? That I was like, that is eerily creepy. Um, Ultraviolet with Jovovic, Lilu Dallas from Fifth Element. And the movie itself, I haven't watched it in years, but the movie itself um, doesn't really hold the test of time because all the environments are CG and they're CG from like 2003. So it looks like previous animations these days. But um, without spoiling the plot, they're talking about a virus that mankind is trying to eradicate, and it backfired. And then everybody's wearing masks, and people had to get vaccinated and tested for it. And those that failed the test at first were branded. They had to wear a band on their arm, and then eventually they all got put into camps, and then eventually they all kind of disappeared. Um, but the whole mask thing was very COVID. Yeah, I didn't finish watching it. It wasn't very good. I remember enjoying it. Yeah, art imitates life, or life imitates art. It's the other way around. Predictive forecasting, Pavlov's dog, and all that. I think I need to get a little darker up top here. Excuse my reach. I just gotta. Get a bigger brush. Yeah, try. Could try harder, but at least we try. I gotta say, I'm personally a little tired of the whole COVID thing. Ready to go back to normal, or go back to bars, back to seeing people, traveling, socializing, face to face. Because I'm pretty sure first week of the all clear, and I hit the bars and put on quite the elaborate display of public intoxication. And I probably won't be the only one. Since at the beginning of the stream, this is a very slow process the way I'm doing things with the washes, but it does build up, and you get nice depth, nice color depth, nice transitions, textures, so on. And it's definitely not the traditional way of using acrylics. I know that. This is more of a watercolor type technique. But I like it. And the collectors seem to like it, so I'll keep on doing it. I'm not sure how much more I can do on the background before hopping back in the foreground, but this isn't fully dry, so I might have to call it for today. Let me just work out some more details in the background. Paint's getting really dry there. So since we still have some of the Danger Room crew here on the, it's the 17th. Let me check sure the day. 15th. The plan is to do a full day stream, kind of like 9:30 till 5 or 9 to 5 EST. Working on a Craven piece, same size as this, like 5x7, based on Pat's cosplay of Craven. So not fully confirmed. I need to just make sure my schedule allows for it next week. But that's looking like it's most likely going to happen. So it should be interesting. It's going to be the longest stream I've done for sure. I'm kind of hoping to get a painting done in a day. Hopefully have some other guests, artists, and publishers hop on for a little bit. Just shoot the shit. Pimp their projects, see what they're working on. Really hoping I can make that work. And hopefully, if I do, I'll see some of you guys there. Stop by, say hi, all of that jazz. I debate doing some splatter on this at the end, just like with a toothbrush, but if that doesn't work out, that's going to be quite the mess to clean up. So maybe I don't do that. So you can see as I'm building the contrast in the background, or nice, nice contrast between the darks and the highlights. It's really starting to pop, and in turn, it's making Cap get drowned out. Like he's really not really dominant in the frame right now, and that's just because there is no real contrast in the figure. Um, the next step is, because I think I'm done with the background for now, is to start doing the same thing I'm doing with the background, doing the highlights and the darks to the foreground, and then he's really gonna pop. I guess that's really what comes with practice, is and understanding the medium and the technique, is not getting scared by what you have on paper or on canvas midway through. And for you guys that weren't here before, when I was talking about the ugly stage of a painting, is as you build out the layers, everything's at one point starts looking really flat and muddy, and that's fine. That's just the way it's supposed to work, or the way it's supposed to happen before start adding contrast and final details, which really make it all come together. I shouldn't be bothering with that, but why not? And when I do commissions, the ugly phase, like a lot of people like to see process because I can't stream everything. But when I do like APs, like licensed sketch cards, I'll send process pics. And once it gets to that ugly stage, I learned from the first couple of times I sent process pics, where people are like, I'm not sure I like the way this is coming together. It's like, no, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. So now I give everyone a heads up. Listen, at one point it's going to hit this ugly stage. It's going to look messy. It's going to look shoddy, but trust me, it'll be fine at the end. And if you rewind the video, the beginning of this video was the ugly stage of the background. It was mostly red and some smudgy dark areas. But if you're interested in seeing the previous steps of this process, youtube.com/Dre Studios. All the streams are there. They might not be in order. I need to go in and sort them, but they are there. Once this is done, I'm going to take I guess it's going to be the 5 videos and hyperlapse it into one like 5-minute stream. They'll just be time lapsed. So I'll move really quick and one easily digestible piece of content versus watching 10 hours of me talking to myself. Did cut myself last time. I may have bled a little bit on here. Really channeling that Simone Bianchi with the DNA samples and the work. Time is at 3:45. Been streaming for close to 3 hours. That might be a record for me. Kevin, you still there, buddy? Maybe not. Yeah, it's a long stream. Thanks to everyone that kind of hopped in. Um, Hopefully, it's been enjoyable to watch. Hoping to we go back on live Tuesday late afternoon and finishing, hopefully finishing them off. I'm waiting for a tool to be delivered that will help me get the nice clean edges. Hopefully, I get it before then. If not, I'll just do it by brush. But we'll see how it goes. Still need to fix that. Let me fix that now, actually. That red smudge on the white stripe on the shield, and then I'll wrap it up for today. Just trying to do whatever I can at this point without getting into detail on the foreground, like adding the yellow tint to the skin. So that can dry. Give me a nice base to work with when I do the facial details. Okay, I think I will call it just under 3 hours. I think I made great progress on it. So easy 75% done. Um, Background is almost done. I just need to just get some hard, clean edges and the curves here, and the floor panels just to give it a little bit more dimension. Hopefully, I get my liner in time. If not, I'll do it with a brush and some tape. Just not what I want to do, but I'm not going to let that lay it. And because I got all the flats in, or the base colors in the foreground, need to darken the darks everywhere, then start punching out the highlights, and of course do the skin tone. So maybe not a couple hours. Hopefully on the next stream I'll be able to wrap them up. In the meantime, thank you so much for tuning in, for sticking with me for like 3 hours today. It was a blast. Hopefully it was entertaining. If you want to watch the older stuff, go ahead, check them out on YouTube, youtube.com/Dre Studios. All the content should be there. If for some reason you can't find it, message me and I will figure out the direct links. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. If you're into the big game, enjoy the game. I hope your team wins. If you're not, enjoy whatever else you're going to do on Sunday. And yeah, hopefully I'll be back on Tuesday around 5 o'clock. And that's it. Thank you so much once again. Have a great weekend. Russell Allen, right at the end. Typical. I'll catch you next time, buddy.